Thank you, Dr. Frager. It's wonderful to be here tonight with so many distinguished guests. Secretary Pompeo, big fan, by the way, very big fan. Love the work that you did. And it's just really delightful to be of like-minded people in one room. There's so much that I could talk about, but the reality is, I want to segment from the Israel Heritage Foundation to Israel, the connection, and how important it is, and of course the work that our Secretary Pompeo has done. I mean, the Israel Heritage Foundation focuses on one of its primary ideas of passing on what previous Holocaust, I don't want to say they were survivors, but I would call victims, their wish and what they wanted. They wanted to have their own land. They wanted to have their own place that they can call home. And, thank you to the Israel Heritage Foundation for keeping on that important promise of carrying on the wishes of those that perished during the Holocaust. I got to say, I have my family is kind of of Sephardic and European descent. My father, his family had to flee the Inquisition many, obviously hundreds of years ago to Spain, where he lived in Morocco, from Spain to Morocco. And my mother's side, my grandfather had to flee, ultimately helping to save many Jews during World War II and ultimately becoming a diplomat to the United States from Uruguay. And when you look back at the history, on one end they had to flee, on the other end they had to flee. No one's safe when you're being persecuted. And to have a country like Israel that you can call your own home, I mean, my father was the bodyguard for Ben Gurion. When he got across the border from Morocco, he was right away swept in. He actually lied about his age, put a line across 15 to 5 and looked like 18, and he was swooped up into the military, tall guy, became the bodyguard for Ben Gurion. He fought for this country, and today he's alive, and he says, thank you, Secretary, for what you have done, and for recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. And I have nephews that are 2 IDF pilots that also fight for Israel today. I mean, here's an interesting couple of facts, if you think about it. Israel ranks 100 in global population, right? All right, there's nothing, all right, it's just a simple ranking. But most people don't know that it ranks 28 in gross domestic product. If you look at those 2 variables, it basically means that people there are contributing 4-fold to what others are contributing to the gross domestic product of about $500 billion. But it gets better. Look at Israel's military power. It ranks 18 in the globe. That means that civilians in Israel are contributing 5-fold to the average of their population. I leave it with an interesting story. I don't want to take up a lot of time, but it's almost how I compare Israel. You have a group of people are going hiking in the mountains, and a lion comes out of the bushes. One guy sees this, small little guy, backs up, sits down, takes off his hiking boots, puts on his sneakers. The crowd looks at him and says, "What are you doing? You cannot outrun a lion." He goes, "You're right, but all I have to do is outrun you." That's Israel, my friends. And that's what Israel has done. Today, they contribute tremendously to global medicine, being able to use the ocean to create clean drinking water. I mean, they've done everything they can to innovate. And I'm proud to be part of the foundation that supports the values and the message of what has happened in the past to our own people and to continue with the foundation. And most of all, Secretary, thank you very much.